Welcome back to the Enjoy the Walk podcast, ladies and gentlemen. As it's getting cold here on the East Coast, we want to warm up your vibe a little bit. As you guys have heard from us over the past couple months, we're headed out to the Palm Springs Golf Championship, January 10th through the 14th, making a big trip out of it with Trent Feltz out there. Not only doing the golf championship, but doing some great golf trips in and around that area as well. But before we get into all of that, we're going to join Eric Hoskinson, the creator, the founder of the Palm Springs Golf Championship, and take a dive into what the week's going to look like. Eric, pumped for you to join us, man. How's everything out there in the West Coast?
Oh, man, things are pretty good out here. It's pretty sunny. Well, it was a sunny day here in Seattle, which is rare in December. So that was kind of nice. I've been traveling back and forth between here and Palm Springs. I was just down there in November checking out PGA West and the renovations that they did over the summertime. The PGA West Jack Nicklaus tournament course, they just went through a complete green renovation project, and those greens are firm and fast. And that was November. So a week before the PGA Tour's American Express, when the players come out and play in the Palm Springs Golf Championships, they're going to experience what hard and firm and fast greens are like.
So you're saying bring your ice skates and be ready for the shit show.
That's right. That's exactly right. I was playing with my buddy Dave Magjosh, who's the tournament coordinator out there. And he was firing shots at the pen, and they were bouncing 10 feet past. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
I love that. It's one of those things we talked about it, and I think that was our biggest, draw to the tournament, right? Because you're going to see PGA Tour style play from the stadium course to the other courses that are involved in the tournament. Walk us through what you saw on that course, other than the fast green, some of the renovations and things like that. What were you seeing out there that's going to make this Palm Springs Golf Championship just one for the memory books?
Well, the nice thing is this year you're going to get to play 2 rounds of golf on the PGA West Pete Dye Stadium course, which we haven't done the last few years. Trent thought that'd be a great idea to add that so players can, get to play that course twice and see what it's like, because the pros play it twice as well. They're just putting a lot of renovation into the golf course now that it's under new ownership group, and they're really helping us try to grow the event. We want to turn this into a large national amateur event where people that love to play PGA Tour style golf courses in a tournament atmosphere. I love walking golf courses just like you guys do. And this is a way to come down, play PGA West, and walk the golf course like the pros do. If you like traveling with your friends and you got a buddy that likes to caddy for you and other amateur tournaments, you're allowed to bring a caddy down, and, you can have that PGA Tour tournament experience. And that's kind of why I, have designed this event to both cater to the lower handicap gross golfers and the golfers that, have higher handicaps and want to play in a net type event. Where we have flighted divisions, and the net players will play 2 days at La Quinta Dunes and Mountain Course, and then they'll play 1 day at Mission Hills Country Club. They were originally going to play the Dinah Shore course, but unfortunately there's been a few changes that have happened because of COVID. And so they'll actually be playing the Mission Hills Pete Dye Challenge course. So kind of the cool thing, the net division will play 3 of Pete Dye's, in my opinion, best courses out in the valley down there. So that'll be pretty fun. We do daily contests.
Before we move on from that, talk us through that Pete Dye aspect, because the video you released today with the Fun Golf Vacations had a really neat quote about, the approach Pete Dye takes to designing his courses, which I think is so special and one of the coolest aspects of this event as well, is the integration with all these Pete Dye courses. What was that quote that you put in that video that obviously our listeners can go look on your socials and in our socials as well at Enjoy the Walk Pod on Instagram? What was that quote, and what makes it so cool that Pete Dye, his kind of outlook that he took on designing golf courses?
Well, the quote was that we put on the video was, "Golf is not a fair game, so why build a fair golf course?" And, that is so true when you go play a Pete Dye golf course. You can be cruising along nice, playing the stadium course, playing even. And then once you get, to 16, 17, and 18, you better have your nerves, because those are 3 very difficult finishing holes.
I love it.
And
it's classic Pete Dye.
It's classic Pete Dye. I mean, it's diabolical Dye.
That's one I haven't heard before, but I think I'm going to have to start using way more often.
Diabolical Dye.
I mean, it's true, man. He eases you into the round, and then he kicks in the groin a few times here and there to let you know that you're playing a Dye course. It's no joke. It cracks me up every time I see low handicappers come out and play stadium, and they'll shoot in the 80s. I've seen single digits shoot in the 90s out there when they're not on their game. So he's an interesting guy, that built some pretty wild golf courses.
There's no doubt about that.
I mean, I've played a course in Myrtle Beach where I swear, I mean, it was a Dye course, and on the greens, there was all these like mounds, and, it was a pretty tall, steep mound just right around the green. And next thing you know, I look at the top of it, and there's, I don't know, this maybe 5 foot by 5 foot bunker on the top of the hill. I was like, what? You got the hill. What? I was like, why the hell is there a bunker just sitting engraved into this hill? I don't know. The guy's a mystery.
He is, but I mean, I've played the stadium course probably over 100 times over the last 10 years, and it never gets old, ever. I mean, you stand up on the first tee, and you love being back there. There's a magic of PGA West and La Quinta and that whole valley down there. I can't tell people enough, if you've never been down to Palm Springs area to play golf, that, you got to put it on the bucket list. And with the events that I organize down there, I try to make it affordable for everybody and fun, and a great way to meet new people and expand the love of the game of golf that we all, love so much.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I wanted to dive into here too. You talked about bringing these kind of like-minded people into this event. Obviously, the 10th through the 14th is going to be the days of the event, but there's kind of little opportunities to have mini matches with the rest of the competition within this event. There's optional daily cash pots. There's the horse race shootout, and just different things like that bring some awesome, I would say, spark into this event that is just, aside from the 18 holes of golf. Talk us through the opportunity to get a little bit more out of this event than just the upfront match that everyone's seeing, in the 3-day tournament.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the thing. I mean, we've all played in golf tournaments before, whether they're state sponsored amateur events, or friendly, men's club events. And, sometimes it's just, you go to the golf course, you play your tournament, and then you leave. I mean, there's not a lot of camaraderie around it. There's not a lot of, meeting new people and, forming new friendships. And that's kind of the idea with, fun golf vacations and the Palm Springs Golf Championships and my 2 best ball events in the springtime. It's bringing more than just a tournament experience. It's bringing a golf experience that you're going to remember for a lifetime. You're hopefully going to walk away with some new friends that you otherwise wouldn't have thought. And you're going to win some prizes. You're going to win some cash. We do an optional daily cash honey pot of, it's $150 for the 3 days. and pays out the top 25% out of each either division or flight. And in addition, we do Visa gift card payouts. There's Close to the Pin contests. There's the afternoon horse race shootout. I'm still trying to figure that out this year, how that's going to work, because the golf courses also have, COVID restrictions that they're putting in place. So it's, there's going to be a little bit different flavor this year, but, they'll still be the same, great people there that love to play golf, that love meeting new people. We do a big cookout every year by my buddy Don Bavaro, who has a catering company called Uncorked Cuisine. And this guy cooks the best food I've ever had in my life. I got done talking to him the other day. He just did dinner for Michael Jordan, Derek Jeter, and another NFL player. I can't remember what the guy's name is, but I mean,
subtle name drops to some guys that must have played a little bit of ball in their day. Do you know Michael Jordan,
exactly.
Dante?
I mean, I guess you can say I'm a fan.
So I mean, like that's the type of experience that I want people to come down and see. I know it's a lot of money, but I try to put as much into it so you get this experience that you otherwise wouldn't have. The last year's dinner, we had Argentinian beef with chinchilla sauce that was just knock your socks off.
There's something to be said about the overall experience, right? Like from the food to the golf to the camaraderie. And I think, Dante and I can kind of even attest to, we played in a very large better ball event in the spring that used to just be one big party. Obviously COVID changed that a little bit, but we still had a blast. We were still able to go, enjoy the prizes that were there as part of the event, enjoy the people that were there, obviously wear masks in and around the clubhouse, do our due diligence as good human beings and prevent the spread of this thing, but at the same time still have a lot of fun, smack back some drinks on the golf course and enjoy the camaraderie of other people who were there to have a great time. And I think that's the true essence of everything. When you look at the on the course and off the course activities that are going on here, from the astounding food that it sounds like we're going to be devouring on the day-to-day to the horse race and other things, there's going to still be an amazing opportunity to have a great golf experience. And I think that's what we wanted to drive home the most with people is there's still time to sign up. Palm Springs Golf Championship, plenty of time to sign up. Something we had talked about before the podcast today. Our coupon code ETW 2021 at checkout gets you $50 off now instead of $25. So guys, go sign up. This is going to be a once in a lifetime experience out at PGA West. And then from, alongside the rest of this event, whether it's a gross or the net event that you're gaining in there, guys, there's also women's divisions in both gross and net as well, which I think is so awesome. And you really don't see a lot of in events like this. So that was kind of something else I wanted to touch on, Eric. Have you seen the women's side of things maybe uptick in past years? And is that something that you're still working on in this event to grow?
That's something that I'm still working on. I'm really trying to find the right group of women golfers out there that want to come down and play, and because it's kind of a mixed gender event. I don't want to stereotype, but sometimes women don't think that events are open to them because golf's kind of a male dominated sport, unfortunately. But, I want girls to come down and play in the gross division and get that same experience that, the other golfers get, because, we all love the game. And I love anybody that loves to play golf and loves meeting new people. And, my thing is, the more the merrier. And, I know there's some bad women golfers out there, and I'd love to see them down at the tournament and shooting low scores and having a fun time and making money and making memories.
And especially out in that area, man, as we kind of see a lot of these, professional women golfers make their way out to the Arizona area, the California area.
Yeah.
It seems like there's such a great nucleus out and around that area of women who can pick this game up, whether they're, chasing professional or haven't quite turned professional yet, or thinking about chasing the pros in the future. What a great resume builder to come out here and put your name on a women's title of an amateur event like this. So, just so amazing that this tournament offers so many opportunities for people to get involved. It truly touches, I think, the wider range of everyone who plays the sport.
Right. I mean, I want it. I want I want to get, it's like having you guys involved, having Trent involved. You have the right people involved to help grow this, turn this something into, something really, really special where every year we're all looking forward to it. I mean, I see growing this event into, a 250 plus person event every single year. I've got some really, awesome ideas for 2022 that I, can't wait to, figure out and implement that. And just, give you the golf, but give you this whole experience that you would otherwise not get. I've been putting this idea together of doing a glow ball closest to the pin contest. And so, where you come out and you get to hit glow balls into the island green at Stadium Course, and so that would be like a memory because no one's done it.
The only other thing that I can think of that even gets close to maybe even that idea, I know they have something similar, a closest to the pin with the lights on out at the Waste Management, and that even is really cool because you get the whole stadium vibe. You got the lights on under the pressure, and it's during the Pro-Am. Everyone after dinner and a few cocktails is back out there throwing shots at the screen, and I can't think of another more iconic par 3 than Alcatraz out at the stadium.
Right. I mean, I have this vision like, glow stick flag in the middle, surrounded with glow sticks around the outer perimeter of the island green. And, you got the cart person there serving drinks and people firing shots. I mean, so I'm hoping I can put that together for 2022. And that's the type of thing that, adds the value and the, and the experience to, participate in it.
Well, I think, and as we've talked about this whole podcast and in previous podcasts, there's so much value already in whether you play the gross or net divisions. I mean, you get a stay and play for 4 nights, basically in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath condo package. That's an option. I mean, just that alone is worth, I think, every penny, especially from us on the East Coast, that it keeps getting colder here day by day. It's something where I froze my bones off today and it was only like 45 degrees. I can't imagine when it starts dropping below freezing. I'm going to be jonesing for this trip come beginning of January.
And hey, and flights right now are pretty cheap. And there's not a lot of people on the airplanes. I've been flying back and forth from Vegas for the last 8 months. Get your tickets booked, figure out your accommodations. I've got accommodations set up if people need it. Grab your friends, kick off 2021 in style, PGA West in the sunshine, hanging out with people. It's a great way to start the new year, and hopefully we can wash away 2020.
Amen. Let's bump off 2021 in style. Hopefully, setting the tone for 2021 in only what can I imagine go up from what has been 2020. And just having a great time with like-minded people and just enjoying what looks like one of the most, I think, exquisite, extravagant, beautiful properties, which is in PGA West.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for you guys to experience it because my heart skips a beat when I pull through the PGA West doors. I plan on having my ashes sprinkled there. I'll tell you that.
Well, I tell you what, man, talk us through that a little bit, because I think that's the other kind of unspoken gem of all of this is like the PGA West amenities. Talk us through what we can expect to experience with those amenities out at PGA West, other than obviously the amazing golf course, the Nicklaus course, the Die course. What can we expect from those PGA West amenities that maybe sets it on top of everybody else?
Well, the nice thing is when you come to one of my events, PGA West, they will treat you like you're a member for the time that you're there. So you don't have to worry about going in and checking in the pro shop to try to get balls on the range. Like, you are here for the tournament. You have full access to the range, full access to the practice facility. Heck, you want to take a shower in the locker room, you can go take a shower in the locker room too.
Sign me up.
Unfortunately, we can't go out to the private courses, but the stadium and Nicklaus course fulfill everything that you would want at that facility. It's great to sit out on the patio at PGA West after your round and have a cocktail and look at the double tiered green of the 9th and 18th at the Nicklaus course. It's such a special place there, and I love bringing people out for their first time, and I love seeing the people's reaction.
Well, and it's very, I think it's very evident when not only yourself, but other people who have played in the event in the past are so adamant about going back. We're traveling out there. We're traveling with Trent Feltz. He is just one of those people that cannot stop talking about how excited he is to get back to not only, the property, but just the event in general. So it's not only obviously PGA West that's doing an amazing job. You're doing an amazing job of holding this event and putting on a great experience, a great time. We're excited to spend basically the entire week out there with Trent, flying into San Diego, driving up with him, and kind of mucking it up with him all week. It's going to be one of those that I think for us, it's going to be one of those times where we're going to look at it and say, how can we, just kind of soak it all in? Because like you said, as first timers, there's going to be some shock and awe, I think, when we get to this, this property.
That's right. It's, I'm telling you, you're going to drive right. You're going to enter PGA West off of Jefferson, and you're just gonna be in heaven, dude. I can't explain it.
I mean, shoot, the last time I remember being in California alone was, I think I was 7 years old. So, what, 27
that was probably
years
when they
ago?
Yeah, right.
I mean, that was in and around LA. I mean, I vaguely remember that. So I'm excited to see some West Coast weather, some West Coast scenery. It's gonna be. I'm pumped, man. I mean, it's like I don't really have words, and I probably won't have words until I step onto the property.
I don't think you will. I mean, I took my girlfriend out there for the first time, and she just looked at it and she said, I could live here. She's like, Orange County's an hour and a half away, golf every day. I'm like, yep, that works for me. I don't like the high taxes, but that's life.
Yeah,
that's the scary conversation I'm not quite ready to have with myself, but I think it's about to happen. Is man, I could live here.
I'm like, oh. So
might be a one-way ticket.
Exactly.
I love that. I do love that. Well, Eric, where can people go sign up for this event? We've talked about using our coupon code. Obviously, how much longer is that good for? When's the deadline for people to sign up, and where can they go sign up?
Yeah, so they can go to my website, fungolfvacations.com. Just click on the Palm Springs Golf Championship link, and it'll take you to the main page of the site, and decide whether you want to play in the gross division or the net division. Fill out the registration information, put the ETW 2021 in the promotional box to get your $50 off, and then book your plane. Hit up Costco Travel if you need to get a car, because they've got the best rental rates that I've found in the Valley. And, then I'll see you there hopefully in January, and get a practice round in and let the good times roll.
Tee it high, let it fly.
That's right. Tee it high and let it fly.
Awesome, man. No, it's one of those experiences where I know we're ready. It's only December 2nd here. We're recording and this is podcast going out in the 3rd, but it needs to be January already. I'm just excited. I'm ready to roll. And obviously from 2020 to 2021, hopefully we're kicking the world off in the right direction with this event.
That's right. That coupon is good till the end of the month. So, but try to get registered early. I know we're all uncertain about, what our plans are, but you should plan on being in Palm Springs 2nd week of January, playing 54 holes of golf at some of the best golf courses that you can play down there.
I couldn't have said it better. We'll leave it on that, man. Guys, go sign up right now. If you need our coupon code, DM us again. If you haven't heard it enough on this podcast, ETW 2021 at checkout, fungolfvacations.com. Eric, thank you so much for joining us. The countdown's on, man. We got the countdown on until January now, man.
That's right. I got to get a new driver though.
Well, we'll save that for another day and another dime. But best of luck in your quest to find another driver, and we'll see you out in Palm Springs.
Absolutely, guys. Have a good Merry Christmas, all right?
You as well. Take care.
You too.
That's the stuff. One shot at a time.